Hi and welcome to the weekly abundance activation. This week we got conflict and friction present. And it's interesting because as in any energy, there is always gold when we integrate it and when we can be with the highest expression of it. This energy is highly emotional and also energetically penetrating. It can penetrate auras, it is the sexual penetration, and the purpose of that is to create something new. So, sexual penetration can lead to create a new baby, and the energy that baby is created, it could be from love, it can also be from the totally opposite, which is rape. So it's a very passionate energy, but it has the whole emotional spectra from love to hate within it. So let's see how we can be with conflict. The most common is a reaction, emotional drama, defense, fight, and also the opposite, maybe even really avoiding it to get out of the way, to tiptoe around so it's not coming out as conflict. All that creates minus. We also have the chance to live out the wisdom in this energy. Conflict invites us to a new experience. And as this energy is emotional, we need to wait over time to get clarity. So the mature way, this energy has maturity in it when we wait. Because how many conflicts can actually be avoided by just sleeping on it and just sitting with it and being with the energy instead of just reacting and saying all these things that may be regretted and that can create chaos. Waiting and being with the emotional awareness can really lead to abundance because this energy is also about crossing boundaries and defending the loved ones. So often when you react with a conflict or to a conflict that perceives something to be a conflict, it may be somebody that actually stepped over your boundaries. And the abundance is to find out, are these boundaries healthy or are they limiting? Are you protecting something that creates just lack, it separates you? Or is it a situation where you have been tolerating something for a long time? You have been a doormat for a person or a situation, and suddenly you have reached a new healthy boundary that says, I do not tolerate this any longer. In this case, you don't have to fight, you don't have to put up the defense, it's not about that. It's actually a celebration that you found a new healthy way or energy to be with the situation. It's a yes to saying, I allow myself to be more of myself or be true to myself in this situation. And when you let every no, let every person that step over your boundary become this exploration for the true yes, then it becomes abundance. And there's just that yes become a naturally empowered boundary that doesn't create separation. People suddenly hear you or get to know you in a new way. Of course, it can create a bit chaos the first time somebody get a no when they're used to get a yes, and vice versa. That's okay, but very soon it's just like a new experience that is more abundance for you. So let's explore what conflict is for you right now, energetically. And as always in this activation, I will invite you to just slow down your breaths and breathe in and out through your heart. And just expand and become big as the universe. And expand your heart space. And I wonder, how do you react when conflict is around, or when somebody steps over your boundaries for yourself or your loved ones? And just notice the energy that comes up in your system. Notice the thought forms and the emotions. And everything you learned about how to be with conflict, that isn't yours, just let it back. Everything you learn how to protect your loved ones, that isn't true for you, just let it back where it belongs. Attach with consciousness. Great. Just that makes a difference. And now observe again what thought forms and emotions are present and linked with conflict. What's your behavior? What's your physiology? This energy actually affects the kidneys and can cause continence. If there's imbalance, it also affects the pancreas. So if there's a lot of fight and conflict, that's why that cancer is quite difficult to treat in the normal system, because it has to do with anger fight. So a person that has anger fight within them, a lot of this energy, they normally want to fight the cancer, and that's not the way to heal anything. So it's kind of the conflict amplify itself and keeps creating more and more tumor. Okay, so that was a sidetrack, but just observe, how does this affect your body? And now expand again, big as the universe, and expand your heart space and invite however you perceive conflict. Just invite it into the heart, into the space you truly are. And just wonder, who am I that is free to be fully present whilst conflict is around? Who am I that is free to be fully aware of the emotions that are flying around, and just be with it? Stop resisting, stop reacting, and just be. Open and meet. And start to look if anybody cross your boundaries. If you get really angry, would you actually celebrate that as an indication that, there is something here for me. There is something I used to tolerate that I don't. It doesn't serve me any longer. It doesn't create abundance. There's something here for me. Just look at what you have been tolerating and look for the yes. What is your new yes? A yes that is more expressing your true nature, where you allow yourself to be fully true to the life flow, to your inner compass in that moment, to what makes you feel light and expanded. Good. Because immediately when you just look for that, you start to feel this light and expansive. And are you just willing to let go of that anger now? Because that was just an indication. You don't have to hold on to it. You don't have to hold it against somebody. It was just an indication to, it's time to say yes to a new experience within yourself that creates, of course, a new physical experience outside yourself. It may take a bit of time, as it does in the physical, but just honor that yes for now. Just breathe with it and expand it and let it flow in your body. And when you keep being with conflict this way, when you keep choosing to wait, be with it, find the wisdom, then emotions will always lead you to your truth, to your true desires. As I said, this is a passionate, emotional energy. So again, when something is really right for us, we can become really passionate. And that just creates more juice, more manifestation power, more motivation to actually act in alignment with it. So I invite you to be with this energy of conflict, become big as the universe, expand, invite it, explore your relationship with it, and share what abundance you find in the comment fields below, either on Facebook or on YouTube, or actually as well in Susanne's sharing space, because your discovery may inspire somebody else as well to just, aha, I get it, and just let go. And again, find this new, yummy, passionate yes that is the start to create a new, a more abundant experience. So have fun with this, and I see you next week.